Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial. Today I'll show you how you can make this Elenza bag. I wanted to give this bag a pretty autumn fall vibe. That's why I went with this color and I think it looks really nice on it. You can choose whatever yarn and hook size and color as you want. So for this project I'm using a DK weight yarn with a 4mm hook. You would want to use some yarn that will be sturdy enough for a bag, and along with that I'm also using a tapestry needle and scissors. So for this project we will be making this granny square right here. This is known as a tulip granny square. It's because here the puff stitches into these V stitches look like tulips, so it's known as a tulip granny square. These are really fun to make and work up really quick, and you can make a lot of things out of these granny squares. You can make tops or bags or cardigans. So today, because we are making a bag, we'll be needing 3 of these granny squares. So the size of the bag will be determined by the size of this granny square. So once you have a granny square, you can fold it like this, and this side of the square will show you how wide your bag is going to be. Okay, so this is the lower side of the bag. This is almost 11 inches. So that is how long the bottom of the bag is going to be. If you want it to be more, you can make more rows. To begin, I'll make a magic circle. You can also chain 4 and join in the first chain, but I prefer magic circle. So to make a magic circle, wrap the yarn around your fingers and pull this through like this, and leaving the rest of it, just chain 1. After you make your magic ring, you have to chain 5. To chain, just yarn over like this and pull it through. Similarly, yarn over, pull through. 3, 4, 5. This chain 5 counts as 1 double crochet plus chain 2. So throughout this pattern, whenever you are going to make a chain 5, that will actually be a double crochet and a chain 2. Okay, now after this we'll make a double crochet into this magic ring. So yarn over and into the magic ring, yarn over, pull it through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You will have something that looks like this. So this is basically double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. After this, we will chain 1 and double crochet, yarn over, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So we made chain 5, then double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we will chain 2 and we will double crochet. Then chain 1, then double crochet, then chain 2, then a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, So whenever we were making chain 2, we were actually forming the corner of our square. So this chain 2 was the first corner, this chain 2 is the second corner, this is the third corner, and now when we make a chain 2, that will be the fourth corner. Okay, and now we will double crochet and after we have our fourth chain 2, we make a double crochet and chain 1. After this we will pull this shorter end of the yarn and tighten to close the magic ring, and we will slip stitch into the third chain. This is the first chain, second chain, third. We will slip stitch in here. So if you take a look at this, we have made a square with 4 corners, and at each corner there is a chain 2. Here and here, here and here. So this is how we are going to continue. We'll be making 4 corners in each round. For the next round, I will slip stitch into the corner, into the next corner that we have. So I'll slip stitch here and I will pull this loop to a particular height. So this is the height that I want my puff stitch to be. So I pull it this much and I will yarn over and into the loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, again yarn over, into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, have 5 loops, again yarn over, into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now I have 7 loops on the hook. So now I'll pull through all of these loops. So yarn over and pull through all of these and chain 1 to secure and chain 2 after this. Okay, now because this is the corner, so I will make another puff stitch right into this corner. So for that, yarn over into the corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop for the third time. So 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all of these and chain 1 to secure. Okay, and after this we'll chain 1. So that chain 2 only comes in when we are working at the corner. On all the other puff stitches we will not make chain 2, we'll only make a chain 1. So here into this space, this chain 1 space that we have, we will make 1 puff stitch. So yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop. So 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all of these, chain 1 to secure and chain 1. Okay, now we have to work into the corner. So in the corner we have to make a puff stitch, chain 2 and a puff stitch. And chain 1 to secure. And because this is a corner, we will chain 2. And again a puff stitch in the same space. So yarn over, so once we have formed this corner with the chain 2, we can continue the way we did before. Okay, so we can make a puff stitch here. Here in the corner we'll make 2 puff stitches, again 1 puff stitch and 2 puff stitches. Okay, we just continue doing that. Now in the corner 2 puff stitches, then chain 1, here 1 puff stitch, chain 1. Now this is the corner, so 2 puff stitches, then chain 1 here in this space, secure it and chain 1. Now we will slip stitch into the top of the first puff stitch. And like that. So we are done with the second round of puff stitches. So by the end of the first round you should have 8 double crochet. In the first round you should have 8 double crochet, and in the second round you should have 12 puff stitches. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, now for the third round we will slip stitch into the corner first. We will make a chain of 5. This chain 5 counts as a double crochet and a chain 2, and we will make a double crochet and another double crochet. Fine. Now we have a puff stitch here. In the top of the puff stitch we'll make 1 double crochet. Now after the puff stitch there is a space in which we will make 2 double crochets. Now the puff stitch, so on top of that we'll make a double crochet, a space, chain 1 space, puff stitch, so 1 double crochet, a corner. So in the corner we'll make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So yarn over into the corner, pull up a loop, double crochet, that's 2 double crochet. Now chain 2, again 2 double crochet. So this forms the corner again. Now we can just continue the way we were doing so far. So puff stitch, therefore we'll make a double crochet on top of it. In this space we'll make 2 double crochet, puff stitch, double crochet, space, 2 double crochet, puff stitch, double crochet, corner, so 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So we'll continue doing that till the end of this. So I am at the space before my last puff stitch, so into that I'll make 2 double crochet, and in that puff stitch I'll make 1 double crochet, and into the space next to it I'll make 1 double crochet. This is because we started with a chain 5, so we made double crochet and a chain 2, but we need 2 double crochet here, right? So we make 1 double crochet into this space. Okay, so now I will just join into the third chain. That is how it should look so far. By the end of this round, you should have 44 double crochet, 11 on each side. Okay, so if you count from here, you should have 11 double crochet till this corner, and 11 here, 11 here, and 11 here. Now for the next round, we will slip stitch into the corner and we will make V stitches. So for that, I'll make a chain 5. This counts as a double crochet and chain 2, and I'll make a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. So this double crochet, chain 1, double crochet is known as a V stitch. Okay, so now we'll skip next 2 stitches. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and into the third one I'll make a V stitch again, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the same stitch. That is the V stitch. Again, we'll skip the next 2 stitches. Into the third one, we'll make a V stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So you will continue doing this till you reach the corner. So once you are here, before the corner, you will have a V stitch and then you will have 2 stitches and the corner. So here we will make 1 V stitch, that is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. We will chain 2 for the corner and make another V stitch into the same corner, chain 1, so what did we do? We made a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and chain 2, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the same corner. Now we can continue as normal. So we can just skip the next 2 stitches. Into the third, we will make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and now it is just the same repeat. So we'll skip to V stitch, skip to V stitch till the corner, where in the corner you will make double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 2, and then a V stitch again. Okay, so do this till the end of the round. So I am at the end of this round. Here I have made my last V stitch, and here I have 2 stitches left. So I'll skip those 2 and I'll make a double crochet into the corner. And I will chain 1 and slip stitch into the third stitch. Now this is because I first made a chain of 5, which is a double crochet and chain 2. So I made this one double crochet to form this V stitch. So after this round, you should have 20 V stitches in total. That is 5 V stitch on each side. So here, this after this corner, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So similarly, all the sides should have 5 V stitches. So if you take a look, this round is basically just what we did in the first round. So whatever you make after this is going to be a repeat of whatever we have already done. So we made V stitches initially, then we made puff stitches, then we made double crochets. Now again we have made V stitches. So the next round will be of puff stitches, and then we'll make double crochets. So for the next round, which is the 5th round, I'll be making puff stitches, for which I will slip stitch into the corner and pull this loop up and yarn over and have 3 loops on my hook, 3 times in total, and yarn over, pull through all of these, secure it and chain 1 and another chain because this is the corner. Yarn over, make another puff stitch, chain 1. This is the corner. So now into all of these V stitches we'll make 1 puff stitch. So yarn over, secure it and chain 1, and again, and after you secure it, make sure to chain 1, and we'll continue doing this till the corner. So once you reach the corner, here I have made my puff stitch before the corner. Now into the corner we'll make 1 puff stitch, secure it and chain 2, again another puff stitch. After securing it, chain 1, and then we'll make puff stitches into each of the V stitch. So you will continue doing this till you reach the end. So once you've made your last puff stitch into the last V stitch, we will just join onto the top of the first puff stitch. So that is your 5th round, and by the end of the 5th round you should have 28 puff stitches. That is 7 puff stitches on each side. So previously, after the V stitches we made puff stitches, and after the puff stitches we had double crochets. So we'll make double crochets for the next round. So slip stitch into the corner and chain 5. And then double crochet, another double crochet, on top of the puff stitch 1 double crochet, into the space 2 double crochets, puff, 1 double crochet, space, 2 double crochet. So you will continue doing this, and into the corner we'll do what we did here. We'll make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Okay, so do that. So I'm here at the end of my round. Here I have my last puff stitch in which I will make a double crochet. After this I'll make a double crochet into the corner and slip stitch into the 3rd chain. So by the end of the 6th round you should have 92 double crochet. So for the next round I'll be making V stitches, for which I will first slip stitch into the corner and chain 5, double crochet into the corner, chain 1 and double crochet. Then skip 2 and V stitch into the 3rd stitch, right? Then skip 2 and V stitch. So this round is going to be the same as the 4th round of V stitches we made. So just continue making V stitches, and in the corner make 2 V stitches with a chain 2 between those. You can just go back to round 4 and follow whatever we did in the 4th round so that you can make this round. So here I'm at the end of my round 7. I have made my last V stitch, and now I'll make the last double crochet into this corner, chain 1 and join into the 3rd stitch. By the end of this round you should have 9 V stitches on all the sides. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and similarly on the other sides as well. Now for the 8th round, we know that after V stitches we'll make puff stitches. So I'll slip stitch into the corner, make 1 puff stitch, chain 2, and make another puff stitch into the same corner. After this, I'll make 1 puff stitch into each of these V stitches with a chain 1 in between, right? So this round is going to be the same as the 2nd round or the 5th round. So you can just do that. You can just follow the 5th round or along, or you can just make a puff stitch into each of the V stitch with 2 puff stitches in the corner and a chain 2 between the two. So puff stitch, chain 2, and a puff stitch. So here I have made my last puff stitch, and I will slip stitch into the top of the first. By the end of this round, you should have 11 puff stitches on each side. So after the puff stitches, the next round will be of double crochets. So I'll slip stitch here, chain 5, double crochet, another double crochet, and double crochet in the top of the puff stitch, 2 into the space, again 1 in the puff stitch, and so on. So we'll continue what we did in the 3rd round. We'll just make double crochets, and in the corner we'll make 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. So here I am at the end of my round. I made the last double crochet on this puff stitch, and I'll make the final one here in the corner and slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Each side should have 35 double crochets. So this measures over 8 inches so far, and this is the size I want it to be. I want it to be 8 inches. I want all of the sides to be 8 inches in this. So if you want yours to be bigger than this, you can continue making more rounds. So we have made the double crochets. You can make the next round, which will be V stitches, then the puff stitches, then again the double crochet. So you can continue making the repeat of these 3 rounds as long as you want. Okay, but because this is the desired size that I want, I'll just fasten off right here. Here I will chain 1. So here I have my granny square. So this is how you make a tulip granny square. It is basically just a repeat of these 3 rounds, that is V stitches, puff stitches, and double crochets. So go ahead and make 2 more of this granny square. So once you have made all 3 of your pieces, you are just gonna fold them diagonally like this, all 3 of them, and place like this. Okay, so now we are going to join them on this side from both the sides, and here on the other side as well. To join, you can use any method that you like. You can just use your tapestry needle and just stitch it across. What I like to do is that I just make a slip knot and I pass it through this side of the square and from this corner as well. Now I have both sides on my hook. I'll pass this slip knot through both of these. So I'll go into the next chain. And the next chain on this side. Make sure your working yarn is below both of these and pull this yarn through all of the 3 loops. Yeah, so we'll go into we worked here, go into the next stitch and the next stitch on this side, pull this yarn through all three. Again, next stitch on both sides and pull this yarn through all the three. So this gives a very neat finish. Now you will just continue doing this throughout, and once you reach this side, just continue doing the same on the other side, right? And once you reach here, you can just fasten off and join the yarn on the other open side and continue doing the same. So here is what it looks like so far. I have joined it the same way on both the sides. Okay, now we can just make the strap, for which I will join the yarn here at this side. So I'll begin with a slip knot. I will join this yarn here. This is the space. This is the stitch after the space. I'll go in here. I'll bring this yarn through. I'll make sure that the small tail is in here, and now I will chain one and I will make a half double crochet into this space. So half double crochet on top of that double crochet. Then I'll make 2 half double crochet into this corner space, 1 and 2. Then I'll make 1 half double crochet on the top of the next double crochet. So I have 4 half double crochet in total. Then I'll chain 1. This does not count as a stitch. I'll turn this work and make a half double crochet in each of these. So that's 4 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now I'll just chain 1, turn the work, again make 4 half double crochet. So this is what you're gonna do. You're just gonna continue making half double crochets all throughout the strap. If you have some other method of making a strap, you can go on with that. This is the one that I will be using. So continue making half double crochets throughout the length of your strap. So here I have made a strap which is almost 20 inches long. You can make your strap longer or shorter. So once you're done, you will make sure that it is not twisted, and you will join it here on the other side, and you will just sew this up with a yarn needle. So I'll just go in here, you can sew it up whichever way you like. So I'm done with attaching the strap. So now just weave in all the short ends, and once you have done that, you will have finished your crochet bag.